I want to show you guys something pretty cool. Figured it's perfect timing. Take Bluetooth valve out. And I just had to show you what you made happen. I think it's perfect that, you know, we drop off the merch orders, which allowed us to get this car back. So rest of 005 is going out. You'll get them probably early next week if you're watching this. So keep your eyes out for that. In 006, you're not going to want to miss out. So go to dvpsquad.shop. Enter in your email because the next shirt, all I'm saying, crazy. By far one of the best designs I've had. It's going to be really up between the Blucifer design and oh, I just kind of leaked it. Just make sure you're ready for it. That's all I can say. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel for yet another NewEdge video here in 2024. What a freaking time to be alive. The DBP channel, in my opinion, just went to new heights with such an old car because having the OG back right now, you guys, I just can't even describe to you what it feels like to see this thing parked in my driveway alongside its siblings every single morning, and the fact that it's here right now is just insane to me. To bring those up to speed that are new here to the channel, this is you on the screen in that non-subscribe percentile. I don't know what you're waiting for. Simply click that subscribe button. It is absolutely free and help me reach that goal of 300,000 subscribers. And while you're at it, let's go and smash 2,500 likes for Mr. Bluetooth Valve back here. You guys have been absolutely crushing it, and it feels so freaking good to be back into the NewEdge content, my roots, where it started. Why I'm here to talk about that today, because there might be a lot of you wondering, considering I have experienced a lot of the newer cars. I've had a 2020 10R80 Gen 3, I have a 2022 Tremec 6-speed Mach 1, and the 2024 Mustang GT, all newer, improved, pretty much having everything that this car does not, besides the character. But fast forwarding 8 full years from when we first started with the car till now in 2024, we have definitely had some good history and some bad history with Bluetooth valve. Many of you might already know, as soon as I got quote unquote done with this car, I ended up selling it for my S197 Mustang Blucifer. Then a couple years went by after purchasing that car, and I was able to get the car back again, which I thought was going to complete the circle. Well, little did I know, I had that Terminator Cobra itch, which resulted in me selling this car again to get that Terminator Cobra. And don't get me wrong, Cobra was such a cool car, but at the end of the day, I was pretty bummed out with myself and my, you know, sporadic decision making to sell this to get that Cobra. But in the grand scheme of things, it's just this personal thing that this 2-valve brings me. This thing has changed my life. I started from this, and it's just more sentimental to me than any other cool car can be. So I definitely had my regrets when I did that, and that's exactly why the car is sitting here right now, because I was given the opportunity to jump back into this very NewEdge in 2024, and that's what we're here to talk about today. I figured I would make a dedicated video to the NewEdge platform because I at least owe the community that. I want to go and answer just one question. Is the NewEdge Mustang worth it? Is it relevant? And is it a good car slash muscle car Mustang to own in 2024? And I'm going to give you all the answers that I think you're going to be looking for, and I'm just going to lay it out, considering I have had pretty much every generation of Mustang, and here we are daily driving a NewEdge 8 years later, multiple new cars later. And there's a reason for that. Before I go and give you my honest opinions on a NewEdge Mustang in 2024, you have to do me the 2 biggest favors ever, and one of those being drop that like up on this video. Let's smash that 2,500 like goal. Thing number 2, just sit back, relax, watch the video in its full entirety, and help me get this video pushed out to people that are looking to jump into their first Mustang. There might be quite a few of you watching this video right now, and you might be interested in jumping into your first Mustang, but you don't really know which route to go. Well, if you're watching this video, you're kind of in the right place, because we all started off somewhere, and this was my somewhere. This was the first ever Mustang I have ever owned. To be honest, I am very, very happy I was able to jump into a NewEdge and experience that whole realm of things, because it's not only like a beautiful looking car. This thing was like hot shit back in the day. Coming from the SN95, which are still really good looking cars, the NewEdge got their name because it was just a complete overhaul. So that's kind of where the NewEdge owners such as myself kind of luck out, because these cars, for being 25 years old, they just flow so well in 2024. They look good, and when they're done up right, you can't argue the fact that it is just one of those timeless pieces, especially in Ford history. Sorry to interrupt today's video, but it is about that time. Your boy's hungry. Today's lunch is provided by our friends over at Factor. I've been eating these Factor meals for the past couple months now, and they have truly changed my life because they are super convenient. There's no more cleanup. There's no more grocery shopping. There's no more wasting money on fast food, and not to mention, you are gonna get your Factor meals delivered straight to your door every week. Looks like we're gonna be slamming the loaded bacon shredded chicken. Very simple. These are just gonna take simply 2 minutes, and your Factor meal in your lunchtime is ready to... Just like that, our Factor meal is ready to be devoured. If you're anything like myself, a busybody, Factor meals just make it so much easier, super convenient. Let's give her a taste test. Holy shit. Make sure you guys head to factor75.com, or you can find the link in the description, and make sure you use that promo code DBPSquad50 to save 50% off your first box and 20% off your next month of orders. That's promo code DBPSquad50 at factor75.com for 50% off your first box and then 20% off your next order. Thank you so much, Factor, for providing great food. I appreciate y'all so much, but let's get back to the video. And they just have that look that can stay around for quite some time. So that's thing number one. They just look fantastic. With just discussing the looks of the car and how it does flow in 2024, at least in my opinion, we can kind of go into the next thing, which is probably going to be the most important, because when you're looking for a new car, a new Mustang in particular, obviously budget plays a huge role. Well, breaking news, you can own a really nice, clean NewEdge Mustang for roughly 8 to 12K. Somewhere in that area is gonna get you a really, really nice car. In today's day and age, that kind of budget is not crazy. And especially for what you're getting with a 2-valve, I just think it's honestly a bang for the buck. Not only are you gonna get that really nice, sleek NewEdge look, but you're gonna get a freaking budget V8 with the 4.6 liter 2-valve. Arguably one of the best sounding V8 motors Ford has ever produced, and the fact that they're extremely cheap and a dime a dozen, that's also going to be on your side. Matter of fact, this car does not have the original engine in there. When I purchased it 7-8 years ago, I drove it for about 5,000 miles. Matter of fact, this isn't even the original motor that came in blue 2-valve here. This is actually the second motor, because when I first purchased it about 8 years ago, I drove it for, shoot, not even 5,000 miles, and we blew a rod in the old 4.6, but for about $3,000, I had a crate motor with 35,000 miles shipped to my house and installed for about 3K or so. Now, there is obviously one con with the 2-valve motor. Even though they're cheap, even though they're a dime a dozen, it's not that expensive to replace if it does go. I will say it definitely does not make any power naturally aspirated. Maybe for at the time, but in 2024, the motor standard is just not there. But I mean, you can't really fault the car for that. We're talking a 25-year difference, so I'm not even gonna count that. But if you do wanna get a little spunky, all you gotta do is pick up yourself a Vortec, a Pro Charger, Paxton, single turbo, nitrous, whatever you wanna do, some sort of power adder, and you are going to be making the same amount of power, if not more, than a stock Gen 1 Coyote. And this car at one point actually dynoed at 435 wheel horsepower, which in a NewEdge, pretty spunky. Now, of course, with going boost on these cars, if you go the Vortec route like I did, you're gonna have to get the Vortec kit, which does not include the intercooler kit. You actually have to piece that together, and a lot of people, such as myself, go with the CX Racing piping and intercooler. You'll have to do injectors, you'll have to do a fuel pump, you'll have to get a custom tune. All said and done though, for maybe less than $5,000, you can have a boosted 2-valve producing more than 400 wheels safely, and they're just such a fun car to drive. So in 2024, does a 2-valve drivetrain meet the standards? I'd like to say so, with a power adder. Now, an important one we have to discuss, and that's going to be the interior of a NewEdge Mustang in 2024. And we can go ahead and get it out of the way. Nowhere near the technology, nowhere near the feel, the comfort, definitely way, way more raw. But that's kind of why I have been enjoying this car way too much lately. Just daily driving it has been a blast. You get that old heavy cable driven clutch, which it's just a nostalgia feel. It just feels so good. All the technology in 24 and, you know, the previous years, like, yeah, it's cool, it's very efficient, but there's just nothing like that rawness of these older Mustangs. And to be honest, I highly enjoy this. But jumping in the car, I do have some aftermarket seats in here. These are going to be the Brom racing seats. Very, very budget friendly. Like I said, I put these in about 5 years ago, and they're holding up really well. So I have no complaints whatsoever in that aspect. We did upgrade the steering wheel. It is still circular shape. I can't remember the brand, but it does have like that suede with the little leather stripe. Nothing too fancy. There's no buttons other than the cruise control and stuff, so that's just kind of standard in this time frame. I did put an Apple CarPlay head unit in here, so it does have Apple Play. I just got to run the USB to the back of the head unit, which I need to do because that'll be really nice to have. AC works like a charm. It is absolutely freezing. The gauge cluster, very, very standard. Something I can't really complain about. Is sometimes simple is better in my opinion. But the one thing about these cars, it's chunky. It's definitely chunky. It's, you know, I don't know how to explain it. It's a 1999. It's just very plasticky. It is very, nothing like the newer cars I have. But again, 25-year difference. I mean, it's something I can't even fault the NewEdge for. But if this time frame, this is the shit, in my opinion. Like, if you had a NewEdge Mustang in 1999, like, I can't imagine. Because right now, I'm totally content with it. Got my head unit, got my AC, got a nice clear gauge, nice little steering wheel, nice seats, shifter positioning. I remember in the day I used to complain about it. It is very, very up there. The newer cars are like right here, which is kind of nice because you can somewhat rest, but this will always get me every time. I freaking jumped in this car when I bought it back the other week, and I was like, oh yeah, the good old arm stretch. But other than that, there's no complaints when it comes to the interior of these cars. Just very, very simple. And I actually upgraded this interior. I did a full interior swap. It was gray and black leather seats, or no, actually cloth seats back in the day. And I knew I wanted all black and swapped all of that out. And you can actually check out that Redo Blue episode if you've never caught those. Tons and tons of videos of Redo Blue transforming this car from a stock car. That's why it's a W in my book in 2024, especially interior wise as well. It's not that bad. We talked about the 2-valve motor sounding amazing. Let's go ahead and start it up. Well, you can't make this up. I'm sitting here trying to convince you guys to buy a 2-valve, and I want to start the car for you guys on video, and the car's not firing. Or something's not happening. You came just in time, bro. Dude, I almost forgot what it was like to have 2-valve problems.
You doing all right?
I was doing all right. Bro, I kid you not, dude. It's been driving fine. Oh, did it almost start? Oh, what'd you just do? You motherfucker!
Hold the throttle body all the way open. It'll cut the injectors off.
Oh, how the f did that happen?
I don't know. Maybe too much crank fuel or something. I don't know. Because all I did was hold the throttle body open to shut the injector.
Yeah, I was stressing.
Yeah,
I was stressing. I don't even know. I didn't even crank it though.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what that was about, guys. But hey, that's the 2-valve world, man. They're great cars, but you will deal with bullshit. I'm just saying that right now. There's no way around it. If you own a 2-valve, you will deal with something along the line. That one threw me for a loop because I literally just drove it. I've been daily driving this car, and I don't know how it flooded itself. I have no clue. Anyway, Cliff is here because I'm actually buying something from Lucifer. You just did something to your old NewEdge. What the hell you got going on?
It's got a little swap going on.
Little swap?
Yeah.
Kind of a swap I want to do on this.
Yeah, it should be pretty interesting. Pulling up here, I'm like, yo, this thing looks like it's been painted. Like,
right? It's not bad. It's old,
yeah,
but I mean,
low blemishes in it.
Yeah, it's a good 5-footer. We are gonna have Cliff one day when it's ready to, you know, go into the shop, where I'm gonna get this whole thing resprayed top to bottom. I want it just all fresh bright Atlantic blue paint. We'll get rid of the vinyl. We'll do all fresh black on there. Like, it's gonna get the whole treatment. Then we'll work on the swap afterwards. Or a lot of you are wanting a built 2-valve motor. I gotta go to the drawing board on that. I gotta go and see what we want to do.
Don't waste your time. Go Coyote.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I haven't driven mine yet. I just got a few little things to wrap up, and then I can drive it. But I think the Coyote is King Daddy.
Dude, you start that bitch every time, it's ready to rock. We're gonna go back to the house real quick. I'm gonna settle with Cliff, get all that situated, and then we'll jump right back into this, and we're gonna go drive the car. Well, we got the car back to the house, thank God. and Cliff actually made the drive out because I relapsed again. Yep, well, we got another set of drag packs. Originally, I sold the other ones to Jordan because I was going to put the VMSs on, but in order to run the VMSs on Lucifer, I have to literally put extended studs in and stuff, and I'm not about that. I don't feel like doing all that, and I don't want it to look goofy if I run a street setup. Figured I'd just throw these back on, and you know, the car doesn't get driven every day, and these would be perfect. So, and it's a better tire for what I want to do. Those other ones would have completely shattered my drivetrain. Oh yeah. So we can actually, you know, do some launches. Get that thing back on E. Be good to go. To sum up just the talking aspects of it, guys, it's a great looking car. They're very reasonably priced. It's a V8. It's one of the best sounding V8s. They're very easy and cheap to mod. You can make some decent power with a power additive. I have always loved the NewEdge Mustang, and I just definitely think it's a great buy. So if you're looking into the market and trying to get your feet wet with a Mustang, you can never go wrong with the NewEdge. They're awesome cars. They really are. Let's go take this thing for a drive, and hopefully we don't run into that issue again. I don't know what that was about. I don't see how I could have given it too much fuel to where it flooded itself, but all right, she started right up. And guys, I know you haven't seen much on it, and I haven't showed like the garage process lately, but trust me, you are gonna be absolutely so stoked on the final product. And actually Monday we have a certain modification coming to the house, and boy oh boy, is that going to be a crazy change, and it's going to be so sick. So I'm really excited for that. And again, if you're new here and you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel, man. Join the DBP squad. All right, first one for good time's sake. It's just so fun. It's like not crazy fast, but it's a little spunky. Kyle Q 50mm blow-off valve, that like swooshing noise sounds so sick. So fun. I love this thing, man. Oh God, these bumps are crazy in this thing. Oh, I know this car is hating this weather right now though. This is not what you call boost weather. It's like 90 degrees today, 92. I'm actually quite curious. I'm gonna do another third gear hit, and I want to see how much PSI we're pushing with this pulley. I can't remember what it's supposed to be, so we're gonna test it. Almost 7 PSI it looked like. I want to say with the pulley that's on this car, I think that's pretty accurate. So 7 PSI through the 2 valve. Like I said, the last time I had it on the dyno, it made about 435 wheels. It's a good amount of power for, you know, a NewEdge. It's really not bad, and it's actually fun. I will admit though, stock motor with no blower or anything, they are definitely slow, so don't get one expecting it to be fast. It'd probably be even a little bit quicker too if it were nice cool weather. That's this summer heat, these cars hate it. But the cool thing is though, go windows up, as we touched briefly earlier, max AC, and while we take our drive to Joel's, we can chill in the AC and just kind of sit back and kick it. For those wondering, I have an off-road X-Pipe paired up with a set of Borla Stingers. Downshifts. Oh, it sounds so good. I love this. I miss this, man. You truly have no idea. I'm just so glad I was able to experience like all the new cars like while starting from this car, because like I'm having so much freaking fun in this thing. get that charge pipe fixed though. It's definitely sputtering. It doesn't like that charge pipe. I'm gonna get that fixed. I'm gonna get this thing retuned with our friend Kevin over at Flim Flam Speed. This way I can drive it knowing, you know, what it's making, how healthy it is, and knowing the tune is, you know, good to go. Because I mean, realistically, it is good to go. It's just this charge pipe setup is really faulting the car. It just does not like it. It's all right though. We'll get that squared away, and I mean, this thing's it's gonna be ready to freaking rip, man. I actually want to race Jake's Dark Horse too. That'd be pretty fun because they'd make around the same power, but this will be lighter. It'll still be some really good content. Blow off valve. When was the last time we had blue 2 valve at the Mirandas? This is a throwback for my OGs here, man. This is wicked, actually. This is where it all started. Joel has been nice enough to give me some lug nuts for Blucifer and the drag pack, so shout out to Joel. Make sure you guys go check out his channel, N2 My GT. He has a lot of cool videos out there, so go check that out. But what a classic, blue 2 valve at the Mirandas. If only Shadow 2 valve was here. I dig the shorts, bro, with the Crocs.
I need to get new ones.
He's styling.
Look how long these things are.
What you got in there?
Plushies.
Alcohol.
Damn. Oh, you're getting drunk at the pool. Oh, you're gone. You gotta slam one before you go driving. You're going off the deep end there, bud.
And then I've got a case of Mickey's in my pouch.
And I know you
those?
forgot to bring your key.
I did.
So
I was gonna
put
tell
a key
you.
in there.
I forgot I brought them. Saw the ST made some steam.
It does.
I might have a run on my hands.
I told you.
We're gonna have to see what when the track has when the track has test and tune night. We'll have to get them both out there. That'll be fun.
Like I said,
I'm gonna have to reel you in, that's for sure. I know you're gonna get out
I'll
on
get you
me.
on the jump.
Yeah,
So-
you've never had it on
both
the.
auto, so I mean.
Have you ever had it on the track though?
Yeah.
Did you have it on the track? Want to run for pinks?
Yeah, look how clean this thing is now.
It looks good. You need to keep it clean.
I'll see you tomorrow probably.
All right, man. I'll see you.
What's up?
How's it going, man?
Howdy. Chilling.
How'd you like driving the new 2024?
I think we need to make a whole video for my channel driving it.
I figured I'd take Brandon out here because Brandon himself has had a 2-valve Mustang. This whole video is based around should you own a NewEdge Mustang in 2024, and I was just kind of, you know, giving my outlook on it. How they're cheap, you can mod them, they sound incredible.
Yeah.
Very easy to drive and just a good little learner's budget car. What would you say about it in 2024?
I'd agree. I say if you've never owned a Mustang, it's a good little entry-level Mustang to get used to driving one.
Mm-hmm.
And then also for us, like I want to buy an old yellow one for a little track car. Track car or a drift car.
That would actually be pretty fun.
I know we talked about drifting. I don't know if you can drift blue. I don't know if blue's good enough to drift.
I just want to bang it up.
Yeah,
that's the only part about a drift car is you are going to bang it up. And just think, at one point in time, this car was exactly what this car is, because it's based off the S550 essentially, just like the NewEdge is based off of the SN95. It's just crazy because in 2024 you could honestly have both of them in the Mustang realm of things and they will both suit your needs just fine. I'm glad I had Brandon here to bring out the 24 and I could bring out blue 2 valve so we can have them side by side. But look at this freaking view, man. It's kind of crazy because in my lifetime I'll know this car as to becoming old like this car. So that's kind of wicked to think about. It's a 2024, but a 2050 or something like that, that thing's gonna be a relic. That is wild. Isn't that crazy to think about a little bit?
Yeah.
Like in 2050, that's gonna be a relic.
It's probably the last full V8 Mustang.
I wonder
too.
what we will have by then. I don't know. Maybe the world will just set flames and.
We'll probably be dead by then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What do you think about the taillights?
Like
Side note.
I know when you had it the last 3 times.
All right, that's crazy.
You can always swap them out here and there.
Super easy to swap.
Yeah,
so that's the nice thing about
Nothing
it.
beats a NewEdge like a headlight swap.
Ping ping. 2 pins done.
It's done.
That's it.
Just standing here.
Yeah, she do sound good.
That's ridiculous.
Don't do it again. I wanted to bring you all this video just because someone like myself that is in the position now of owning the 99 back again. I just get asked that question a lot, especially for those that are looking to get their first Mustang. They always start off with, hey, I've been thinking about getting XYZ. They'll tell me what they're getting. A lot of people, believe it or not, will be on the edge of getting a car note for a newer car, or they'll just pay cash for an older car such as blue 2 valve. And it's really hard to say just because they are the technology gap between them. That's just the way it's going to be. But like I said and stated in this video, although this is older, no joke, it's a lot more fun to drive in its own way. And you can't really describe it until you've experienced that feeling.
So that's 99. That's 24.
So they are directly 25 years apart. Yeah. Yep, that's a 25-year gap right there. Hey, 25 years old. I mean, Bluetooth valve. Dude, the NewEdge, man, I'm telling you, it's just one of those body styles. It's amazing. I'm so glad it happened in the Mustang history. And you know what's crazy? The S197 is going to be that.
I just turned 25. I don't look like that.
Go stand next to the Bluetooth valve. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Two 25-year-old.
We're both
You're 25 going on 40, bro.
We're both from 99. You know.
You're getting old.
I know.
You're getting real. I mean, I'm old.
27, 28.
All right, we're gonna relax with that. This side by side was kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that might work for a really good thumbnail.
Hey, yo.
It was kind of mint. It's pretty mint.
I gotta do video driving blue. Driving a car as old as me.
You gonna start renting them from me?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I gotta make my
Why is your hand on your hip like that?
I'm like a dad, Corvette guy. Here on. I'm like a Corvette guy. Like me standing with my whip, you know.
Where's your plaque that says never seen rain? Before we end this video though, we gotta get a Minion and Bluetooth valve little ride along, see if you still have it in you.
Oh yeah?
Hey, if you stall out though, you have to give me 20 jumping jacks on film. Damn, shaking my shifter.
Sounds like you got a 800 horsepower race car with the way it's idling.
I do, it is a race car. Save some clutch for me, bro.
God damn, dog. The brakes are non-existent.
That clutch is about to be non-existent.
I'm getting stabbed in the fucking knee by the air freshener. I gotta fucking go reach.
I know, dude. Hit a downshift. What happened? We almost crashed. I think this car looks better than a 24 rolling. Let me know. That thing looks pretty sharp. Gotta roll into a little second. Bro, she has a little get up to her. That felt pretty good. I have not ridden in the passenger seat of this car in years. I can't even remember the last time, but we're about to go to jail.
In the driver's seat, it didn't feel that fast at all.
Fucking all that shit is about to gap.
Hey, yo. I gotta I can't even, I gotta reach. Look at this. Like I can't even reach. Like, I still got the old NewEdge down